Hello and welcome back to the channel. You joined us on day 14 of riding a Honda monkey bike all the way around the UK. We started off on the east coast at Hunstanton, we've gone all the way up through Scotland, down, we've gone through Wales, we've gone down into Cornwall, we've come up and we're coming across. And right now we're in a place called Brighton, and every single day something crazy has happened or people have joined us. The whole adventure just tells an amazing story, and today is no different. So let me tell you all about it, and let's cue the intro.
This adventure is supported by Keis Heated Apparel, Gerbing, RoadSkin motorcycle wear, keeping you toasty and safe throughout your adventures.
So here is the UK, and we started off around here. We've travelled all the way up, all the way around, all the way down, and all the way across to here. And this is Brighton, and let me tell you all about Brighton. Well, why yesterday I was so desperate to get to Brighton is because I'm extremely lucky to have patrons that support this channel. Basically, they pay their hard-earned cash to help me do things like these adventures and all the kit. And one of them is Ben Davey and his dad Ralph, and both of them are like obviously super important to me because they put the comments on, they've massively supported me, and I wanted to get here yesterday and spend some time with them. But when I got here, it was actually just turning pitch black. We hit a rainstorm. We tried to go up to a pub on this cliff sort of top, and it was wind blowing us everywhere. We went through basically flooded bits of road, and I couldn't capture much on footage, and I was gutted. But they've taken the time off today basically to spend time with me so we can ride together, so I'm super excited for that. Now, the thing about Brighton, why Brighton's so famous, is that it's got an unbelievably lovely romantic story behind it, and let me explain. Because many years ago, Brighton is known for being like a hippie town, chilled out, everyone's relaxed and they're just chilling out and they're like hugging trees and stuff like that, and everybody used to engage in relaxing things. I can't really tell you because I'll get demonetised, but let's just say that they were all very chilled. And in Brighton, it's very much known for what they call mods, and these are people on scooters, and they used to wear bomber jackets, put cool round glasses on, and they used to just go around chilling, feet up, in cafes, and it got very cool. Now, the thing about it is that there was also the bikers, you know, the proper bikers in super thick leathers, extremely tight, and they were very cool to have their hair flipped up, and they were very cool, and they used to think they were very hard. Now, the thing about it is that because they were so cool and they were very hard, they used to come to Brighton because they used to know it's such a hippie town, and Brighton was a place where they knew that they could come to Brighton, they could hug a person on a scooter, and their life would be good. So they used to come here, engage in things that they shouldn't do, that made them very chilled and relaxed. They used to walk along, grab a mod, that's a guy on a scooter, and give him a hug, sometimes a little peck on the head, and they used to just get on really well, and it was all lovely. So Brighton very quickly became known as the place just to come, hug a scooter man, give him a kiss and leave. What a beautiful story, eh? And this is completely 100% not guaranteed to be true. So today we get to revisit, obviously, that side of the mods and the rockers. Obviously, I'm on my bike, we'll find someone with a scooter, we'll give them a hug and a kiss on the head. And of course, there's a very famous pier where they all used to meet up. Sometimes you used to have a little bit of a dance in the evening and a couple of beers. So I'm hoping to capture the photo with the pier and everything in the background, and it should be absolutely stunning. But hey, I'm in the town of love, peace and respect. Now, today's weather forecast, 100% rain, 90% rain, 70%, 40%, back to 60%, and it just continues. Don't worry though, we have a sunset at 16:12, but basically, it's a day of absolute rain. So it looks like a day of waterproofs, but none of that matters because I get to hang out with some cool people, get to see some cool sights. Now, I'm hoping today I'm going to get another massive chunk done, but I am going to relax a little bit. I'm going to spend a bit of time with Ben and Ralph, see the sights. I believe that we're going to be doing some awesome roads. They're going to basically tour me again because I don't have a clue where I'm going. But I think they said something about up near Dover, and there's some, obviously there's the White Cliffs of Dover, but there's somewhere else, what everyone says is the White Cliffs, but it's called something else, if that makes any sense to you at all. Anyway, they're going to take me there hopefully today, and like I said, spend some decent time with them and do what I always do in the afternoon, sort of probably bomb a few miles and see where we end up getting. But we are getting towards the end of this adventure. It's amazing how far we've come, and I'm not sure exactly if I'm going to be finishing this adventure tomorrow or I'll be finishing it the day after. I don't know. But I want to take in every single second because I'm having the time of my life. I've said it previously in the videos. I could tell you I'm suffering and I'm struggling to make it around on the little Honda Monkey. But I'm not. I am having an unbelievable time seeing unbelievable people and just getting to see their area and touring it. It's very special. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on my bike. I'm going to put my RoadSkin jeans on because if I haven't told you, I absolutely love these RoadSkin motorcycle jeans. There's a link down in the description for them. But honestly, I own different pairs of jeans. There's just something amazing. They're so light. It's incredible and so comfortable. I'm looking forward to putting them back on, to be honest. And the thing of it is as well, right, is that I've worn these jeans for, well, this is day 14. So 14 days straight. Let's do a sniff test. So these are the jeans. 14 days. And look, they still look like new, don't they? Right, ready? Oh, they smell amazing. I've said that I'm going to prove two things on this trip. They are the best jeans in the world, and clearly I've proven they're the best jeans in the world. Second, I naturally smell amazing. They smell like new. I like those jeans. Now, I almost forgot to mention that the Honda Monkey bike isn't here with me at the hotel. Ralph let me put it in his garage last night to keep it all secure with security cameras, massive change through. And then I was dropped off in a limo to the actual hotel itself. So I'm being picked up today in the limo and taken back to the bike. So we're going to get on the road, finally. I'm telling you everything that's going on. But first of all, I'm going to put on my most famous jeans in the world. And then carry my massive box, because the sidekick's not here. That means I physically have to do it myself. All the way to the limo where I can get back to the bike. And then Ralph and Ben and me are going to ride off into the sunset through Brighton. That is the plan. Or basically ride through torrential rain for the day. They'll get soaked and then probably go home thinking, oh my God, I can't believe I've just given up my day to ride in that. But it's going to be fun. Anyway, let's do this.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I become. I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since '99. What I thought was gone was sitting.
So in case you missed yesterday's episode, obviously they've let me store my bike here, they've picked me up in a limo, dropped me back in a limo. I don't worry, I've not put that in so nobody knows it wasn't a limo, you're fine. And then and they're looking after me today, so I'm just going to get them to reintroduce themselves and then let them explain sort of where we're headed today, because obviously local knowledge means it's going to be a lot better. So who would like to go first?
You go first. So we're in Woodingdean, just outside of Brighton, and today we're planning on going down to Madeira Drive, which is where traditionally back in the day the mods and rockers used to beat each other up. So
They didn't just hug each other then and
yeah,
have
basically.
cuddles.
So it'd be nice. I hope to get some good footage there, and then basically it's going to be the route you want to take from there.
Basically coastline,
Yeah,
as much as possible, as much scenicness as possible.
there's
And
some quite scenic routes along the A259, which is probably what we'll follow. You've
Cool.
got some nice scenery up there, so
cool. And
I'm Ralph, I'm Ben's son. So after we go down to Madeira Drive, we're going to be heading off along the coast to East Dean, where hopefully someone else is going to tag along.
yeah, hopefully.
Find us down towards Beachy Head, which is quite scenic, and then on from there.
Also, yesterday you mentioned about Dover. Is it to do? There's a place up there that everyone thinks it's Dover
There's
with the white
the
cliffs.
lighthouse at Beachy Head and the white cliffs that they quite often have on the telly and in films, because it's a bit more picturesque than Dover because of the red and white lighthouse. So they kind of pretend that they're Dover. The white cliffs are Dover sometimes.
Then what will happen when we get there is it was just like it's doing now. It's going to chuck it down. We won't be able to get the drone up, and then we'll try and make it cinematic and be running around with a camera in our hands.
Another bit of trivia for you. There is another lighthouse out there up on the cliff tops, and a few years ago it was in danger of falling off the cliffs, so they actually moved the whole lighthouse.
Wow.
They dug around it, put the whole thing on wheels or a sled or something, and actually dragged it away
That's
from
cool.
the cliffs because it's a listed building. You'll see that as we go. You won't see the other one unless you go down onto the beach, but you'll see the lighthouse up on the cliffs.
Oh, that's
You'll
cool.
get down.
Very cool. Well, we'll jump on the road and then
Yeah.
we'll
Then
start
it'll
the whole
start
tour.
raining.
And then, yeah, we'll enjoy the beautiful weather. Sunshine, it's not raining at all. Well, how lovely is that, eh? They've helped do my chain. I've topped the oil up. It has burnt, not as much, but it has definitely burnt some. I think that's mostly because it was just all motorways, full rev, and obviously dual carriageways and that a lot yesterday. So I think I've burnt through quite a bit, but topped the oil up. It literally is at the perfect level with what was left, thank goodness. So I reckon one more oil can before I get home, and that's it. But again, thanks to Lee and Ashwood Auto Centre. I believe that's what it's called. You'll know because you'll go back in the videos and find it. Because of his geniusness, the bike is still the best in the world. Right, let's go and get on with this adventure because it's going to be epic. And obviously going down to where the pier is, where they all had their hugs and kissed each other, mods and rockers, and also been in loads of famous films, I've been told. I'm going to go grab a little photo down there and ride through Brighton because I stayed just outside Brighton, literally is where I've stayed. So I've not actually been in yet to see it, and my original plan was to get here earlier, and Ben and Ralph were going to give me a little bit of a tour, but because obviously I arrived so late and it was such a windstorm, we unfortunately didn't get to go down last night, hence why I didn't get so much on camera. But today is a brand new day and we're going to take the advantage of this beautiful place and check it out. It's just lovely, isn't it? I love it. Just two awesome people. Another day of just excellence. It's just going to be good. Now there is sun in the distance and it looked like it's going to stop, but it looks like we're going to be riding into that, if you can see how dark it is. And there's a rainbow though, because they know what I'm coming. That's what happens when you're a lord. Even if there's a bit of rain, there's always a rainbow at the end of it. And that's shining from here directly on the road I'm about to ride through. Because obviously, again, being a lord, it's like, we might rain on you, but we will give you colour. Right. It's pinning it down already. I'm going to fill up my tank and we are going to check out this place regardless of the weather and have an awesome day. Ladies and gentlemen, Brighton, the seaside town of the mods and rockers, and there is the famous pier over there. It's like keeps torrential raining, but I'm sure on a beautiful sunny day, so you have to help me imagine this here. But look, stunning buildings, there's literally hotel after hotel after hotel. And you can imagine it, couldn't you? All the big, thick leather, hairy bikers coming poddling into town, and the mods all chilling out near the front with their glasses on, and their girlfriends with plaited hair and flowers in their hair. And you could just imagine it, couldn't you? That'd be absolutely fantastically stunning. And then yeah, they're all out there and the bikers coming in and they're just chilling, and you can imagine, can you, them running towards each other and along the pier over there, and hands out, that big hugging moment, the well-hard bikers wearing well-hard hair gel just all relaxed and chilled after a good hug, and they can sit there and take in the vista. How lovely is that? What a beautiful story. Well, we are here on the seafront on Madeira Drive with the famous pier behind us where men used to do lots of hugging. Behind us over there is a really weird pole they've put up because they wanted to be the #1 pole dancing place for everyone to be. But the real history, these two guys, go on, tell everyone about it.
Okay, yeah, this is where they started the speed trials back in, I don't know, years ago. Years and years. So it was, they do speed trials down here every year. The London to Brighton old car run, the Ace Cafe, Brighton Burn Up. There's loads goes on. The mods and rockers, or the mods meet up on their Vespers every year.
What about all the lovely ladies that come from pole?
Yeah, you get quite a lot of lovely ladies as well.
That's good. Do you often go, Ben, to the pole dancing?
I've never been on the thing, no, not myself.
You should try and give it a go. Apparently there's loads of luscious ladies up there in bikinis. Anyway, this is the famous place done. We're going to get on the road and do some more mileage. But there is the pier. It's famous. Come in summer when it's actually good weather and check it out. But we did it. We've made it all the way to here. Well, there is the famous Brighton done and dusted, and now back on the road, more miles, further we go, hopefully see coastal stuff and some more awesome footage. But it's quite cool to be here because obviously all the history, I love the point of the history. But anyway, it's starting to win, there's a break in the rain, so hopefully we'll keep that for a little bit. Back on the road. Well, as we leave in Brighton, it's just beautiful, isn't it? So obviously for Ben and Ralph, they live here, so they know all about it and see it all the time, but for me, I've never been, and it's just proper cool. Some random stuff though. What is that about there? Maybe it's art of some sort. Oh, it's cool stuff. I go, what is that? It must be art. But yeah, gorgeous. Lovely now riding along the coastline. We're going to head up. They did name a load of places you probably saw, but I haven't got a clue. And they mentioned a cafe that just sounds absolutely awesome. So my plan is to get out of Brighton, head along, just grab some more awesome footage and just take in as much of the vista today as possible. I've just had a phone call, a messenger via the Helmet Head message thing from Reg. If you remember Reg from this charity trip, awesome dude. He's got a Himalayan, and we were on these big 1000cc's and we're bombing along. We were like, poor Reg, he's on his Himalayan, because we'd keep losing him, and then we'd hammer it down the road and we'd pull in to get a drink or something, and Reg would just go bob, 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 past us and be in front of us and got everywhere before us. Every time we pulled in, like, we lose him. Within 10 minutes, there's Reg, bob, 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 bob. Just absolutely awesome. So I can't wait to meet Reg again. He's just a really nice bloke, and he loves the channel as well. So it'll be really cool. And he said he's going to spend the day with me. So it's all happy days. Right, let's get some little bit of mileage out the way, and we'll see where this leads us. But as you can already tell, I'm having a lot of fun. Hello, how are you? Hello, mate. You all right? Well, it's super windy, and at the side of the road it's only Reg, and Reg was on the charity trip, and like I've told you earlier, he just kept going and going on his Himalayan. But look, back together, me and Reg.
Morning everybody, great to see Alan.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And you're going to spend the day with me,
yeah,
pretty much.
Up to about 5 o'clock tonight I'll be staying with you. Yeah.
Top man, exciting stuff.
Get home because I'm having lunch with my friend Michelle.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a whole day of us two again, so loads of trouble as always.
Yeah.
But we'll get back on the road in a second. I'm going to send the drone up because behind me is Crash and Sea, lighthouse in the distance, the lot. So this should be cinematic. So whereabouts are we now, Reg?
Seaford.
Seaford. So Seaford, drone.
It's called the arsehole of England because it's so windy.
We're going to send the drone up to see an arsehole.
When we start this loop on repeat, hear my chest, how it beats when you put your hands on me. Time goes fast but yet so slow. I leave all thoughts, yeah, I let them go, 'cause I'm here with you.
Well, we are doing some absolutely epic roads. The wind is blowing, and but we are doing it in style, and we just literally come a little bit inland to come back out again. And every time you see this coast in the distance, you know you're doodling, and literally your breath's going to be taken away. Absolutely stunning. We are about to stop for a cheeky little coffee stop at one of Reggie's favourite places. What's really awesome, but just look, beautiful, 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 beautiful. And I'm desperate for a wee. I was going to find a hedge in the field, but hey, got a calf now. Not so bad. Well, it's super windy, but we've just stopped for coffee. But I'm going to show you some of the White Cliffs. This isn't the Dover White Cliffs, but this is where they do a lot of the filming and pretend that it is. But there's a lighthouse further up that they've had to move because it's all corroding on the cliff front. I believe called it's Beachy Head Bell Tower, I believe. It's going to be really windy for you to hear me, but I'm going to show you this awesome site because I took a picture there and it's like, it's unbelievable. Check out this, it's really cool. Probably can't hear me, but look, how cool is that? Back on the bike. How cool, how very cool. Right, back on the bike, keep going. I've already booked myself into a hotel, it's about 3-ish hours away. We're just before lunchtime now. Actually, no, we're at lunchtime. So I'm not going massively far today, just because I want to enjoy the time with Reg and Ben and Ralph. But sitting in it. That's all those loads of stuff they used to do. Is all filmed there, and all the top quality films like Helmet Productions and Helmet Head Special Command in the world and all that stuff. Anyway, back on the bike. Check out some more. Well, we're on the road again, and Ralph said that when we come round here, you should be able to see the lighthouse that they had to, like, I don't know, dig it up, stick it on a old-fashioned thing and move it back a little bit because of the corrosion. So it should be awesome. Literally, you can see over the top there, you can see just the tips of the white cliffs. Someone is going to be very scientific and tell us why the white cliffs are white. I'll be honest, I just think they look cool. That, I'm guessing, is the lighthouse they've had to move further in. To be fair, I expected a nice big one with the red and white and the prettiness, and maybe there is one like that, maybe that's a different one, but I expected more. That looks, yeah, it's alright, isn't it? It's alright, it's a lighthouse. That's not a big white old-fashioned one that I expected. But that might not be the right one. I don't really know, do I? Anyway, let's follow this amazing coastline and these amazing cliffs, and then look, beautiful scenery. Yes, I think that is the lighthouse back there, because I've even got a little sign there that says the lighthouse, I'm sure. Why have they blocked all the parking off? Yeah, Belle Tourt, that was your lighthouse, and they don't want anyone up there today because of the high wind, and that's why I'm guessing they've just put that there to stop anyone. Anyway, let's crack on with this. Look at this beautifulness. Got good old Reg leading us in front, the man in the know, and his beautiful orange jumpsuit. He looks like the you know, when you break down, back in the old days, when you break down and you break down your little vehicle at the side of the road, and comes along a man in orange with his bike going, and you look at him and go, yes, here comes my hero. And then Reg would jump off and get a hammer and whack the engine, and it would knock it into life, and they'd all have hugs and move on. That's what they just go from my head looking at Reg in his orange jumpsuit. That or his escape from prison, and we're getting a very slow getaway. One or the other. But he is a top man, I'm telling you. I've got so much time for Reg. He's an inspiration in regards to riding. He really is, because he does just ride all day and all night, and he just gets there wherever he wants to go. Anyway, shall we partake in a few more miles? We're doing a bit more of a Penfold voice. Shall we partake in a few more miles? Does that work? I don't know. Anyway, let's do what we have to do.
This is Alan.
Hello, Steve. You alright? Nice to meet you. Yeah, good.
Staying dry?
Yeah, I'm alright to be honest. That doesn't bother me, the rain.
Yeah.
Where are we going to go? Norman's Bay or on the main road?
Which way?
Norman's Bay.
Norman's Bay's a good one.
I'll go as far as probably Dimchurch, come round there. Helen's going to Margate, save an eye.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that all right?
I might come with you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Cool. There we go. There's 4 of us now. That's Reggie's friend, that is, that's joined us on his Himalayan. It's very cool. Very, very cool. Need a wee. I'm not going to lie, I need a wee, and I've just said to Reg when we pulled over, when we get out, if there's a bush anywhere out the side, let me know I need a wee. Don't know if he heard me. Well, we've come to Dimchurch for a coffee, and this is where everyone's about to depart, and I'm going to continue on. Now, I'm just going to go along and say goodbye to everybody quickly and get going on the road. But hey, it's been a lovely day with so many awesome people. It's really cool. Cheers, dude.
Cheers, yeah, it's been good.
It's been good, isn't it? It's been good.
Enjoyed it.
And Ben, top man.
Yeah,
cheers, dude. Give us a snuggle, man.
See you, Alan.
See you later, Reg. We've got to do this, apparently. It's the new thing.
Yeah.
Cheers, dude. Bye-bye, Steve. Thank you so much, mate.
Oh, good to see you, and ride safe.
Cheers, dude.
Remember, keep the knees in the breeze.
Well, I'm by myself now. I've said goodbye to Ralph, Ben, Reg and Steve, and just lovely. Reg, obviously you've seen quite a few times on the channel before, and seeing his smiley face, and he just troops on like a proper trooper on that bike. And obviously getting to meet Steve was fantastic, and chatting about the channel, we just enjoyed a nice coffee together. And then of course Ralph and Ben, you know, they bought me dinner last night, they've bought me coffee today, and they've just looked after me right from the beginning, let me store my bike in their garage. I am just, honestly, I'm really lucky, and just, they're awesome people, and hopefully I'll see them. They've just said they'll see me at the Helmet Head Festival, so hopefully I get to do another cheers with a beer with them again in the future. But they are awesome. You see there, you'll see Ben's name on the patron list. Top people. Now we've got 38 miles. We'll go through Dover, and we're going to stay in a place right next to Margate that's literally right at the tip of the country of the South End. So I'm quite excited by that. I have just for the first time switched on my Gerbing heated gear. Now I put my jacket on free because it is getting really chilly, and I put my gloves on, and really because I've been standing around outside saying goodbye and talking, that's when I really felt it. Most of the day these gloves are actually that good that most of the day I've not needed them on, because they're quite thick, good winter gloves. But I've got them on now, and now I'm already feeling the warmth all down my arms and on my front and on my back. It's just lovely, and that nice little tinge of heat through the gloves, because again these are so thick you don't feel the wind anyway. So I've not had to put these gloves on maximum, and you can unlock that by holding down the button for so many seconds and they'll go red the entire time. They've just been spot on their minimum setting the entire time of this trip, so I love this gear. Honestly, it makes winter riding, cold riding, rubbish riding time of year more than bearable. You wouldn't even know it's cold outside. Massively impressed with it. Right, what I'm going to do, I am going to do a few miles. We'll see what happens. It's not massively far, like I said, now 37 miles to go. We'll see what happens, but what a great day. And I can't wait to see where I'm staying, because it should be right on the peak of the south east side of the country. How cool. Well, what a day, eh? Day 14. Can you believe we've got to day 14? I'm going to show you exactly where I am on the map. This is my hotel room, and I will show you around in just a second. But I'm really proud. Day 14. We've done incredibly well. Let me show you where we are, because I feel like it's quite special. So this is the United Kingdom. We started off here. We rode all the way around here, 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 and then all the way down the bottom. And we are, look where we are. We are right on the tip, south east side of the country. How cool. I'm just massively proud of ourselves. That's such a cool place to get to. And again, what an awesome day with awesome people. Ralph, Ben, they just looked after me so much. Seeing Reggie again for, I don't know, like the 10th time now makes me grin. Good old Reggie just toodles along. And of course, meeting Steve for the first time. What an absolute pleasure. Let me show you the room. This cost me 70 quid a night. And I'll say one simple thing. When I walked in, they said, oh, you've got a little single room. I went, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm a lord. Sort it. So they've given me a double, not too bad. So this is the Boat Annie Hotel, 70 quid a night, double bed, somewhere to edit most of all. That's what I love. If I get somewhere with a desk that I can put my computer down and edit to make these videos for you all, is exactly, puts a smile on my face, getting exactly what I need. Obviously tea, coffee as per usual, loads of storage if I was staying here forever and a day, but I'm on a one-nighter job. And we've got this little tiny cute bathroom that's quite cool. And then if you look in here, just a little tiny bathroom. I've had a shower already, obviously, so my hair and stuff's all look awesome. But what I love is this mirror. Look at the lights. It shows even more how beautiful my eyes are. Now I think tomorrow, we can get halfway, if not 3/4 of the way to Hunstanton. It's a big call, it's quite a lot of miles. I mean, you have to go sort of on the M25 and do the Dartford tunnel thing underneath and all that sort of stuff. So that's partly why I wanted to get here tonight, so I didn't end up staying somewhere around the edge of London. So I still think we can get really far tomorrow, and I'm dead excited to see even what happens tomorrow. It's gonna be cool. But I don't know if anyone's gonna turn up. It's just gonna be me by myself, because every day someone's come along. What's made the blog, and I'd love for someone to come along tomorrow as well. But we'll see what happens. Who knows? But I'm just looking forward to it. And then hopefully the day after will be Hunstanton, the end of this big trip, if all goes according to plan. But we'll see as always, because like I said, who knows what's going to go wrong, what's going to happen. Other than I'm having the time of my life, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Let's find out what happens. Take care, ride safe, bye bye for now.